You're simulating excitement. You're simulating life by simulating death.
Yeah.
So, if you would be so kind, would you mind introducing yourselves for the podcast?
I'm Patrick, I play bass.
My name's Ryan, I hit the tubs.
I'm Matt, I play guitar.
And the band that you guys play for is?
Shatter Brain.
Shatter Brain.
Nice. So right now we are in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, where you guys played a set opening for, I'm going to say this incorrectly, but Ratos de Porao, I hope, is close enough.
Man.
The legendary Brazilian hardcore band, RDP.
Yeah, RDP is a lot easier.
I could at least say those three letters correctly.
Yeah.
And you guys are on your own Asian tour as well. So I guess let's start with how the Asian tour came about and how you guys ended up joining up with RDP.
Well, we really wanted to try and tour Asia around this time of year. The main thing we were targeting was a festival in Taiwan called Wake Up Fest, because Matt had played that with his other band Voros, and we managed to lock that festival in, and then also a couple of other dates in Taiwan around that time. And then I'd played in Southeast Asia with my other band, Alkira, in 2013, and so I kind of hit up my contacts and sort of said, you know, is there anything going on around that time? There was a fair bit of back and forth. We were on the Turnstile tour that just came through.
Oh, wow. They played last night.
Yeah. So we were going to play a few shows with them, and then that kind of fell through. And so, but then someone suggested, why don't you hit up RDP? So we got in contact with RDP's manager, and he said, yeah, no worries, here's the contacts. And yeah, managed to get on to Bangkok last night, and then Kuala Lumpur tonight, and it was a nice little package tour, you know, 5 shows in 7 days, and we're back to Adelaide tomorrow, and it's worked out really well.
As I said off mic, I had never heard of you guys before tonight, so let's go through the band history a little bit, because it's pretty interesting. You guys are like almost brand spanking new.
Yeah, well, Ryan and I and Pat and Jack and everyone in the band have known each other for a long time, and we've played in local bands together for a long time, so we kind of wanted to put a band together that had the same drive and direction with wanting to tour and do it more full on. So we took that forward and tried to get the right people together, and so far it's working really well. We put the first demo out in January, and we've toured Australia, New Zealand, and we're just about to wrap up this Asian tour, and we want to keep going with the same momentum. So yeah, that's pretty much it really. Just working really hard at it.
I mean, you guys really hit the ground running. I'm assuming the experience you guys have had with your previous bands allowed you to write and record pretty quickly.
Yeah, we basically had a vision from the start. Matt and myself had a vision from the start. We had a band that we had as a little side project from our other bands that I previously mentioned, and that kind of fell apart, but we were still keen to work together. We both had the same vision. We kind of took what we were doing there and then formed it into Shatter Brain.
So I think we made a really conscious effort though to do a lot of behind the scenes work and not sort of drip feed little bits of nothing out. Even our close friends, we didn't say we were practicing and jamming, and we went in and we recorded a demo, we'd made a video clip, we'd organised a tour of Australia and New Zealand before we even let anyone know, so that, as you suggested, to make that maximum impact, that was a big part of it, and that's what we're going to continue to do with our future things, to, I guess, always be delivering quality content and have people always thinking, well, what are these guys doing next? Because we know they've got something up their sleeve, as opposed to that sort of drip feed thing where by the time a CD comes out, you've seen all these teasers, you've seen this and that, and it's sort of
diluted.
It's diluted before you even hear it. And I guess, you know, when we've seen the big bands that we love, they have all of the PR, they have all of it ready. When a record drops, it's maximum. We're like, well, no, we want to be playing in that space.
Yeah, we did that from the very start. We, like you alluded to, we took a lot of the experiences we'd taken from our own bands, the touring bands, the contacts we'd made. We got these songs together, everyone learnt them. Jack, our guitarist, is a brilliant engineer. He engineered the demo. We had that ready to go. We had a music video. One of our good friends is a really amazing videographer. Got him on board. He did a really awesome video. So we had all that ready to go, and yeah, organised this Australia-New Zealand tour and had that going from the start. And we even had, you know, tentative Asian dates in place before the band was even announced. So we took on board the experiences that we'd had in the past.
We were very fortunate that we'd all done things in previous bands to be able to do that, because I guess if you were 5 people that didn't have that, you know, you couldn't do what we've done. So we were, I guess, fortunate, but, you know, it's the hard work we've done in previous bands that sort of now manifests itself.
Yeah, you learn from the mistakes you made in the past, and we saw the opportunity we kind of realised that in our other bands, things weren't going to go to the level we wanted them to for whatever reason. So we learned from the mistakes of those bands and just started something from scratch, essentially from scratch, and then have gone from there, and it's worked out really well so far. And honestly, things are going to get bigger and better. We've got lots of shit in the pipeline, and yeah, it's just going to keep growing. So we're really excited.
how would you describe the music you make? If you had to choose an adjective or noun plus metal.
Yeah, I think we had a question like this in a previous interview, and I can't remember, sludgy.
Diverse, I think, would be the first,
diverse.
That doesn't really help you.
sludgy crossover, something like that. You know, we've got.
You mean crossover as in style music?
Yeah, sludgy crossover thrash. So we've got that thrash.
Which isn't a genre.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. We like riffs, you know, good riffs, and we like good grooves.
And we like lots of different styles as well. So you got the thrash in there, you got the crossover in there, you got the Iron Fire, like stoner shit in there, and yeah.
And I reckon that's the number one feedback we probably do receive is people are like, wow, you've got this riff, then you got that riff, and whilst it might take you a little bit to get your head around it, once you do, it produces a bit of a unique blend of, you know, albeit ingredients you've heard before, but in a new, unique package.
I would say groove is probably like the dominant part of your sound. Would you say that's fair?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it has what I call them like the Pantera riffs every now and again.
Yeah. I mean,
especially with the early stuff, like with the current demo, like there's a lot of that in there, and I guess that's the follow-on from the previous band that me and Ryan had going. It was very stonery and doomy, and we kind of followed that through. But I think from moving forward, I think there will be a lot of different influences in there, and even the recent songs that we're playing live and we're about to release, there's a lot of different styles in there, and that can be hard to digest, but I think that's a good thing overall, because it makes you stand out a little bit.
Particularly to our vocalist has quite a diverse vocal range, that then when you add that, also different vocal styles over a range of different riffs, it sort of creates this whole combination of different sounds that even I really find hard to describe.
Yeah, and he knows a lot of words.
guys write as a band, or do you have a primary songwriter and kind of tweak it from there?
The stuff we've recorded to date was mostly, I'd say, 95% all written before anyone else joined the band. So myself and Matt had remnants of songs from the previous band. We only wrote for about a month and a half, 2 months, but we just spewed it. We decided that we were going to can that and start something new, and we just spewed out all this music that we had in us, and
it really flowed. It really flowed really quickly. And I guess when Ryan and I first had the initial thought of doing this, it was that we want to start this band and get the right people in. But before we do that, we need to get the music there and some kind of demos there, so that we can show like prospective members like this is what we want to do.
Yeah,
so
I mean, I'd suggest the original 4 songs you showed me when I joined the band. I was the third to join the band. For all intents and purposes, what you hear on the demo.
yeah.
So the new material was probably primarily a lot Ryan and Matt, but with a few other little bits sneaking in, and I guess it'll continue to evolve that way. But the demo material, it's all those two.
Like Pat said, it's that the influence of the members is starting to seep in, and it's making it even more of a original kind of like more organic sound. I guess we're starting to really define what our sound is, and the 2 new songs that we're about to release have much more influence the other members, and then the stuff that we started to write.
Particularly, I mean, we'd recorded those 4 songs before we even had a singer. So now that we have Tom on board,
we know what his vocals sound like.
He's got this diverse vocal range, and now we're trying things to really capitalise on that. Whereas before, they were great riffs, great songs, but we never really knew what it would sound like with vocals.
Yeah, we didn't know if it was going to be a screamer or a singer. We were just like, let's find someone who wants to fucking tour and fits in with the band, and then whatever they put, like if we dig what they're putting over the top, then we'll go from there. So
and it's worked out really well, because the songs were what they were with the riffs and the drums, and then once we got Tom in, he really surprised us with what he added to the songs, and really made some of the songs like with the vocals that he's got on them. So that's something we're going to take forward and really I'm really excited about. So yeah.
That's really interesting to me that you guys weren't looking for a particular kind of singer. You just kind of ended up with a guy, and then what he did was what you just pulled into the music.
Yeah, well, I think still back at that time, and I think going forward, the riffs are the main thing. So in my drumming, all I try and do is best serve the riffs. I'm not trying to do anything else. And I think Pat with his bass lines is exactly the same. It's how do we really accentuate the riff and then and the song.
Guitar-driven music.
Yeah, and so we didn't want to be. We were going to be a death metal band, and so we need a guttural vocalist, or we're going to be a bit more trad, and we're going to have a singer. So we were just like, but having said that, we were always kind of like, we want someone who can do a bit of pitch sort of screaming, because I think that'll really suit the more I guess Pantera-y kind of.
And being pragmatic, we come from a small city, and we want someone that is a good singer of A style, but is also willing to come and do all the touring and all the commitment things we want to do. You really can't be too picky. You've already narrowed the pool down, and if you wait for this perfect person, we would have been waiting. We would have been waiting now. We wouldn't be here playing in Kuala Lumpur tonight.
And we've been so fucking lucky, because Tom's just like tick, 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 and he's fit into the band. I mean, we've known him for years. Like when his old band and my other band first started, like 2009, 10 times, he was a 17-year-old kid playing with this band from the country, and he blew us away then. And then he kind of disappeared from the scene for a while, and then he just sort of came back, and he was hanging around, and he was like, I'm looking to get back into music. And I know one day we had this moment of realisation, like, why don't we fucking hit him up? He's got a great voice, and he's kind of can do what we want him to do. And we didn't know what it was going to sound like, and then he came to practice, and he said, I haven't sung since like that band broke up 6 years ago or whatever. So oh shit, this is going to be interesting. And then he really blew us away, and he's gone from strength to strength as well. Like, he blew us away then, he blew us away when he went in to record the demo, and the stuff he's done on the new recording is incredible, and he's gone from strength to strength. And as a frontman in a live situation, I think you'd be hard pressed to find someone better. So we're stoked to have him on board.
Very cool.
But if you're listening, Tom, don't get too big.
Yeah, but you're a fuckhead still.
I would like to ask you guys about Adelaide, because I know very little about Australia except for the bands that come through this region. And we actually did have a band from Adelaide come through a couple times, which was Hidden Intent, who are more like traditional thrash. So I don't know, tell me about the scene, tell me about the city, tell me what it's like playing gigs and, I don't know, having a band there.
Oh, we all know Hidden Intent. We've mentioned them several times on this tour.
Yeah, I mean, credit to them. They do so much touring. We everywhere, like Thailand last night, there was a guy with a big Hidden Intent back patch, posters up. They've done, especially over the last couple of years, they've done a hell of a lot of touring, especially in this region.
And Adelaide's a small enough city. All the metalheads know each other.
Yeah. My other band, Alkira, we're more of a traditional sort of thrash band as well. We played with them a bunch of times, got on the piss with them. You know, they're Phil, Chris, and new drummer Paul. Great bunch of dudes. Truth Corroded is probably another one that's come through this area. I don't know how many times they've come to KL, but they do a lot of Asian touring, and they really set the foundation for Adelaide bands and Australian bands. I think they're the first Australian band to ever play Vietnam, Australian metal band, I think. And so they really set the foundation. They've been going since, you know, early 90s. They were doing...
Before I started seeing gigs.
Yeah. The scene is a relatively tight-knit community. It's kind of dwindled over the past few years. When we first... I mean, I'll let Pat speak on this because he's been in the scene a lot longer than I have, but...
You can see by the balding.
Yeah, because he's really old, but when...
I feel you, brother.
When our old bands first started sort of coming up, there was a really tight-knit... There was about that 5 or 6 bands that came up at the same time, and we had a really strong scene. We would get, you know, big crowds, relatively big crowds all the time. And over the last couple of years, you know, a lot of those bands, I don't think there's any of those bands that are actively gigging now. So it's kind of dwindled away. There hasn't been many really strong metal bands come through, probably in the past 4 or 5 years.
There is a few up-and-coming good bands, though. It is a real good, tight-knit metal community. Like Freedom of Fear. Dirty Pagans is a really good stoner band.
Executus.
Yeah, Executus, great thrash band. There's always good bands coming through Adelaide, and the thing is pretty much everyone in every band is really tight-knit, and you don't get the clashing, you know, that seems to happen in a lot of other cities and scenes. I guess because it's a smaller scene. And
you can't have too much beef or else, you know.
Yeah.
It's awkward.
Escape each other.
Yeah. So, I mean, but that makes it a really great scene, and a lot of different style bands play together all the time, and it's really good fun. It's really good fun in Adelaide. There's a lot of great bands from there. So
I guess that's one of the big things as well, is because it's such a small scene, we have to do multi-genre mixed bills, and so I think we kind of benefit from that. I mean, we've only played a couple of Adelaide shows, but a band like us, you know, just sort of hits sort of every niche in the scene kind of thing. So that really benefits us, and then we can put on basically whatever bands we want to play with. So we'll get a thrash band, we'll get a more stonery band.
Yeah, you start to pull fans from a few different areas and maximise attendances.
And I've always found that bands from Adelaide bands from, you know, other cities in Australia, they always seem to want to, you know, fit that stereotype or fit that mould for whatever it may be it thrash, be it power metal or whatever. Whereas in Adelaide, there always seems to have some sort of little unique, you know, quirk or have a cross, you know, pollination of genres.
bit of originality.
And you don't seem to find that in
Not that we're biased.
Yeah.
I would say you guys are very much riff driven, and I do appreciate the groove, but I especially appreciate a groove that is mixed with blast beats and thrash drumming. And the thing that impresses me most about your double bass drumming is the fact that you did it apparently with a busted knee. So let's talk about that for a bit, because you've been walking around on crutches the whole night.
Yeah, well, I've been playing indoor soccer. Me and Matt have been playing indoor soccer together for probably about 3 years now, I think, just sort of socially or whatever. And funnily enough, a couple of, like 3 weeks before I did mine, Matt actually did his knee, just sort of, partial tear of one of his ligaments in his knee. He's got
nowhere near as bad, but it was a bit touch and go. And then, of course, Ryan had to one up me.
Yeah. So I was like, if he can do it, anything he can do, I can do better. So we were playing, and because he was injured, we only had 5 of us, and we were playing a really good team. We were knackered, and there was this really zippy guy playing. I tried to tackle him, and he got away from me, and I just put my left leg down.
For people who are listening, Ryan's not really of a build to chase a zippy man.
No, I'm a fat cunt. So
once again, I feel you.
So I went to tackle him, and then he got away from me, and then I put my left leg down, and I just went to tackle him again. I didn't see what happened. I just felt something wrong, and my knee just gave way, and it was just intense pain and whatever, and so I was like, oh shit, this might be pretty bad. But I was hoping for the best or whatever. Went to the doctor's next morning, and he was like, oh, it doesn't feel too bad, go get an x-ray. Nothing really showed up on that.
Just for the sake, Ryan is actually a bit of an expert. He's got a PhD in biomedical stuff, so he looked at his own MRIs and self-diagnosed.
Well, so we had an X-ray, and the doctor said doesn't look anything too wrong, but maybe some soft tissue damage. We'll send you for an MRI. Sent me for an MRI, and then I was this company that we were going through, you can get the medical images online, and so I was just refreshing that all day, and then they finally came through, and I looked at it, and I was like, fucking hell, yeah, that's bad. I went to the doctor, confirmed that it was a complete rupture of my ACL, the anterior cruciate ligament, and then also a pretty big tear of my medial cruciate ligament as well. And I'm actually lucky that I did the medial cruciate ligament as well, because the surgeon specialist that I went to speak to said, look, we're going to just leave it because the medial might heal itself. We'll see how that heals, and then we'll take you in for surgery to fix up the ACL. Whereas if it was just the ACL, they might have been straight into surgery. We're gonna fix that up straight away. So this happened about 2 weeks before we came over here. I was really just hoping that there was no break of the bone or anything like that, which they would have had to go in and fix straight away, or put a cast on or whatever. So yeah, in some ways I've been lucky. So yeah, I think the week before we left for tour, which was only a couple of days, I just went to band practice and was going to let's see how this goes. And because it's the ACL that's completely gone, that's more of a issue with rotation or agility or whatever. So just straight up and down movement's not too bad. So the thing I actually struggle with most, and that I've really struggled with in this tour, is switching between the left kick and the hi-hat. Right. Because of that lateral movement, and if you don't, and you've got to lift and go across in a really quick motion, and that actually hurts quite a bit. But the crutches, the surgeon actually said, you should be not relying on the crutches too much, but don't just, you've got to make sure you stay off that leg, or else it's not going to heal and the surgery could go bad. So the crutches are mainly just for walking around. The drumming is not too bad. It hurts a little bit afterwards, but
good at the airport too. Gets priority on all
yeah. I've had a lot of they asked me if I want a wheelchair, put me straight into customs. And all these cunts have to carry all my shit, which has been really handy.
You went in with all the monks in Thailand.
Yeah, I did.
Priority boarding if you're a spastic or a monk.
I'm not. It's kind of convenient because we have to help him out, and then I think as soon as we get back to Australia, he'll be miraculously better.
Yeah. Nothing wrong.
And then they'll be like, oh, I feel better.
Yeah. It's healed itself amazingly.
Yeah.
It's a great long con. First, you faked an interest in indoor soccer.
Yeah.
For 3 years.
Yeah. I reckon we're going to start this band. We're going to go. I'm going to carry that symbol.
9/11 conspiracy's got nothing on it.
I mean, the amazing thing to me is that it seems like you never considered dropping off the tour or canceling the tour.
No way. I mean, yeah, we would have found a way. I mean, if I was going to go on a cast, I was just going to figure out how to do my stuff single bass, and the funny thing, because every single person has been that's seen me, because we didn't tell any of the promoters that it happened or anything like that. So I've rocked up in crutches, and they're just like, "Oh no!" And then they're like, "Can you still double bass?" Especially in Taiwan, "Can you still double bass?" It's like, "Yes, I can still fucking double bass." But, you know, what about my walking? You know,
I can't walk, but I can double bass.
Yeah, but so you know, I was just going to try and figure out how to do it one kick, or just use my hip to kick or whatever.
The show must go on.
Yeah, it was going to be too late to find a replacement. It would have just been too expensive and too.
But I guess with this band, we are pretty much. We will always play shows. If someone can't make it, we'll get a fill in.
Yeah.
If something happens, we'll make it like the show goes on.
Yeah. We got to do what's best for the band. So if we've organised the whole tour and someone can't do it, then we have to keep doing it. So that's kind of the attitude we're taking in with this band, and everyone's all in with it. So yeah,
and we don't hold any resentment or grudges against anyone who can't do. You know, personal life gets in the way. We all work full-time jobs. We've got families.
It actually hasn't come up yet, but we've sort of talked about it a bit. And we know a few guys in Adelaide that are sort of guns for hire that would probably be able to do it if need be. So buy your tickets to a Shatter Brain concert in confidence.
Safer from negativity.
sounds like you're on a schedule. Like you're not going to stop for anything.
No. Well, we've planned the start of the band for a long time, and like Ryan alluded to earlier, we've all been in bands for a long time, and we had this unique opportunity to start a new band, and we thought, what's the best way to do that? And we tried to maximise that as best we can, and it's worked really well so far. And we've kind of got this momentum pushing us forward, pretty much through our own hard work doing it. But
we all identified what in our previous bands prevented us from doing what we wanted to be doing, and made sure we worked out what that was and made sure it wouldn't happen.
And we're here now, and we want to just keep leveling up and or try and keep leveling up and keep moving forward, and see where it takes us basically. So that's what we can really hope for. So if we keep working hard and keep trying to do that, then we'll see what happens.
Speaking of working hard, you guys have a new recording in the works, correct?
Yeah, so we're doing a split vinyl release with one of our favourite and really good mates bands from Melbourne in Australia called Blunt Shovel. So yeah, we've recorded 2 new songs. We talked about earlier. They were kind of mostly written when we had the demo together, but as a band we finalised them, and we worked relatively hard on pre-production, getting everything optimised for these songs, and we're doing we've recorded a cover for that as well. So 3 songs on our side, and then Blunt Shovel recorded 2 covers, Napalm Death cover and Wolverine, an Entombed cover, and I think it's a teaser for a song for the new album or something like that, which it just sounds awesome. So we've recorded, mixed, mastered that. They've done
probably
it.
Sitting at home.
It's sitting in my house right now. So we've announced the tour. We've announced the release. As part of that tour, we're doing a couple of shows with King Parrot, pretty well known as probably the most successful Australian band going around at the moment.
Yeah, metal band. Yeah.
Metal band. Yeah. 4 shows over 2 weekends. Released this split, and yeah, pre-sales are already going pretty well, so we're really stoked on that.
Getting to some from all around the world too, which is very flattering and also kind of interesting.
Yeah, so we're really stoked on that. We're happy with these songs. We're going to do that tour cycle throughout August, sprinkle a few shows towards the end of the year, and then looking to record an album early next year. So.
Admittedly, the recording process, pretty much anything that could go wrong did go wrong for it, but
we got there.
Somehow we managed to battle through with, I think, about 3 hours to spare or something.
But we got there.
And it's all lessons learned for the next recording, that's for sure.
So we had things like the person we had lined up to master got sick the day before who was meant to do it, but I guess
instead of telling us, he just pulled the pin.
As we said before, we don't give up, so
yeah. And we're also we're trying a bunch of different stuff with this band that we haven't done with previous bands. So all of our stuff we record live. At least the drums are tracked live, jamming to either the guitars or a fluid click track, which has been mapped to demos, which is we think pretty unique in this style of music. We've done these 2 releases, and we're trying to sort of iron out the bugs in how we're going to do it, and we're pretty confident with where we're going to go with the album. We're probably going to sit down after this tour and really formalise what we're going to do, and then make a pretty detailed plan for how the next 6 months are going to pan out.
I guess when we first started this band, we planned the first 6 months, which was culminating in an Asian tour, and here we are. So it's we've managed to do it all, I think, in 5 instead of 6. So.
Yeah. So
it's come together really well, and we haven't even released this next split yet, but I'm already really excited about doing a full length, and we're going to be close to releasing. We're doing 3 releases within a year, so I think that just shows the work ethic of the band and what we're trying to do, and we're just going to keep trying to do that, and I think that'll hold us in good stead.
And how can people order the split?
So it's available on our Bandcamp. That pre-order up there, you get a free download of one of our original songs and one of the Blunt Shovel covers. And also, you know, one thing we should really point out is that the artwork is really quite unique on this split. So on our side, we had a pretty relatively well-known or pretty famous local artist do the artwork. There's a song in there called "The Ship That Never Sinks."
And there's a nautical feel through the whole.
Yeah, so we've done this sort of like ghost ship kind of artwork, black and white. It looks amazing. We're really happy how it turned out.
What's the name of the artist who did your artwork?
So it's Steve Lehman. He's won competitions from just about every metal band. You know, they do those art competitions. They'll send you a promo pack and blah blah blah. He's won Iron Maiden, Megadeth. I mean, every single one of them. He's just incredible. He's the go-to artist for all the major sort of festivals in South Australia.
World class.
Yeah, he did the Blunt Shovel, the Shatter Brain shirt design. He did that. Yeah, he's incredible, and he's.
And how can people find you? Facebook.
Facebook's the main one.
Okay. We have our own website.
Yeah, it's shatterbrainmetal.com. Everything's Shatterbrain Metal. So Facebook, Instagram.
If you go to shatterbrainmetal.com, you can find all of our social media updates,
mailing list, everything's on
everything
there.
From there, merch, everything. So yeah,
that's probably the best place to go. Yeah, shatterbrainmetal.com, or you know, on our Facebook, and that'll divert you to wherever you want to go.
Excellent.
And so the next time you guys come through Malaysia, will your singer also have a beard?
Well, he's got a.
He was clean shaven when he left for the tour.
Yeah, it's not going to take him long. He's got the right heritage. Let's just say that much.
Okay. The funny thing is, if he actually tried, he'd grow a better beard.
Yeah. But I think the main thing is he needs to put on more weight. I mean, he's definitely started working on that while we've been away, and it's really showing dividends, and we're really proud of him for that.
Yeah, the food here's been amazing, and Tom's definitely been enjoying it as much as the rest of us.
Yes.
Can we say that Shatter Brain is a mix of ZZ Top and Crowbar?
Fuck yeah! I love both those. That'd be more than.
I would take that. Billy Gibbons, you are my hero.
Yeah.
On that note, thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much.